We love to dress the game up in noble labels. National pride, the beauty of competition, global unity. But does anyone actually think about world harmony? The moment the whistle blows, our eyes lock onto the ball, our pulse rising and falling with every run. Somewhere below conscious thought, perhaps each of us is both player and referee. Sprinting for the ball one moment, passing judgment on every call the next. People debate the World Cup around the clock. Suddenly articulate, suddenly sharp. Disheveled or dressed to the nines. Executive or delivery writer, everyone finds a seat at this table. Football might be the one truly universal language. A place where we set our frictions aside just to enjoy the ball together. That's humanity at its most graceful. Crowds once gathered under a blazing sun. Whole towns emptied out just to witness a life and death struggle. Because it let people feel some grip on the ultimate question. Life and death. Once that became unthinkable. The Colosseum was left behind, a ruin for tourists. Football arrived instead, gentler in form, though perhaps carrying a little of that same charge underneath. Look closely at the tactics on a pitch. They resemble something older. Coordinated hunting, territorial contest. The crowd's roar isn't so different from how ancient tribes once rallied around a shared symbol. Every match is, underneath the artistry, a contest of strength, just dressed up for modern eyes. Football carries more raw physical force than basketball, volleyball, or tennis. It's simply the most contact-heavy sport. That's exactly why its collisions and tackles serve a purpose beyond the scoreline. A sanctioned outlet for instincts with nowhere else to go. Deliberately damaging things is unacceptable in daily life, obviously. But on the pitch, a hard, well-timed challenge gets celebrated, even cheered. It's worth asking what that says about us. Something that aggressive can, in the right context, feel less like a violation and more like a triumph. Not comfortable, but perhaps honest. We sit back with a cold drink shouting, "Come on," at the screen. It's an odd exchange. We let someone else run themselves ragged for 90 minutes. And somehow that satisfies something in us too. Look around any bar during a match. Something a little primal quietly surfacing in people's eyes. Think back to childhood or even now. That urge to stomp the thin ice after a snowfall. That satisfaction wasn't really about the ice. It was about disrupting something whole, something orderly. That same small thrill is part of what draws us to football too. Chewing is one of humanity's most basic acts of control. When teeth tear through fiber and grind down tissue, we feel a genuine sense of satisfaction right down to the bone. People say the thrill of a goal comes from sportsmanship. But that satisfaction is on the exact same neurological frequency as tearing into a big piece of meat and swallowing it down whole in content. Commentators love the word possession. We're centuries removed from hunting for survival. But our language around competition still echoes something older. Controlling, dominating, holding ground. An instinct to claim. You control. Why does a long-range strike send a stadium into its wildest celebration? It might be that instant feeling of, this is completely mine. Less technical brilliance. More the satisfaction of claiming something outright. We're often still chasing that feeling of mastery in ways we rarely examine. The people who understand this best hold the resources and the power. Give an audience enough emotional payoff, and they'll show up every time. The excitement is real, the joy is real. But who actually walks away with the profit? Are we sure it's the players we should admire most? Or the ones cashing in behind the scenes? Football's biggest function might be this. It takes billions of people who could otherwise be in real conflict over real resources, and gives them somewhere else to put that energy. Watching a handful of men kick a ball into a net. All that restlessness folded into sport. Then everyone goes home and sleeps soundly. No blood, no lives lost. The world keeps turning undisturbed. Civilized? At least until the final whistle. We're all playing the part pretty convincingly. Whether AI reshapes that sense of control someday, that's a question for another day. We all know life ends for everyone eventually. So why trade tonight's joy for a worry that's still years away? For now, maybe it's fine to just enjoy the game.